they shouldn't expect anything based on the preseason game, but then they should expect the usual Louis van Gaal, a fantastic manager. They should expect a very tactical manager. They should expect someone who's always very serious and highly motivated whenever it comes to any game whatsoever through the league, and of course the cup games they will be participating in. But based on the preseason games, there is really no way, just as Elisa said, we can judge by that.
I think we can. I think it gives us a different view from what we saw from what Manchester United last season. Yes, it's a preseason game, but also don't forget that David Moyes had a chance to play a preseason game himself, preparing for the start of last season, and only could muster out just 2 wins out of 7 games. So if Louis van Gaal has brought back confidence, I think going into the new season, there's this little belief from the end, the bad run they had last season, this belief that the United fans have in them, and I think that's one thing they're expecting. They're expecting the boys to go out there. They have 5 very winnable games at the start of the season. That's about, if I'm not mistaken, 15 points. And so I don't think it will be too much to ask of the team to at least get nothing less than 12 out of, or even 13 out of that 15 games which they'll be playing.
Well, quickly, Okun, just to give a rundown of the games United will play before they get to play against Chelsea. They get to play against Swansea, Sunderland, Burnley, Queen's Park Rangers, Leicester City, West Ham and Everton before they play one of the big boys in the Premier League. That's talking about Chelsea Football Club. So you have to say winnable games. Maybe they'll get the maximum points even before Christmas.
Manchester United have played 5 preseason games so far, won all 5 of those games, scoring 16 goals and conceding just 4 goals. Like we did say, we have a thread on Facebook. Go out there and actually have your say. We're going to go over the phone line soon, but then, guys, we have to cross over, leaving Manchester United and going over to talk about Liverpool, because they are back in the news. That's talking about Liverpool. Well, the manager, Brendan Rodgers, he's been speaking about a certain player who he does want to have an impact in the new season. Brendan Rodgers hopes Philippe Coutinho will sign a new contract with Liverpool in the near future. Coutinho has made a big impact at Liverpool since he moved to Anfield from Inter Milan in an £8.5 million transfer 18 months ago. Now, for you, Shegun, how important is it for Liverpool to tie Coutinho down to a longer contract?
Yes, definitely. I think for Philippe Coutinho, he has had a very successful 18 months period with Liverpool. So far, so good, and he's one of their top players. And knowing fully well that they lost the star man in Luis Suarez, they lost 31 Premier League goals to Barcelona in the Spanish Premier Division. So it's time for other players in the team to step up. The likes of Daniel Sturridge, who also scored 21 Premier League goals last season, and Philippe Coutinho, and also forgetting Captain Fantastic Steven Gerrard. For Philippe Coutinho, he is the main playmaker in the team, and he has really done well in the 18 months he has spent so far at Anfield, and he has a very good coach in Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers trusts this particular player, signed from Inter Milan for a fee of around £8.5 million, and you expect Philippe Coutinho to be tied down to a new deal at Anfield. He's still a very young lad, still trying. His better years is still ahead of him. Talking about Philippe Coutinho, and it's going to be a very good one for Liverpool if they can tie him up to a new contract, because the other European clubs, the big clubs, will be looking to get or to snatch Philippe Coutinho from the hands of Liverpool, like they did with Luis Suarez.
I'm not sure when it will be done, said Brendan Rodgers. I haven't spoken to any of the directors in the last few days, so I'm not sure where we are on that. But obviously, he is someone we want to tie down for a long period. I'm sure I will hear more about it when I get back on Tuesday. That's what the manager did say about Philippe Coutinho's contract situation. Now, how much of an impact can the 22-year-old Brazilian make at Liverpool the new season? Melissa, don't forget, they were almost Premier League winners from last campaign.
Well, for Philippe Coutinho, he will make a big impact, that's I know for sure. He's one of the deadly players I find in the Premier League, playing in the midfield, an attacking midfield role. No defensive priorities at all for him. All he has to do is run straight out of defense, and he has that killer pass, that killer touch that will always get the final ball to the striker, who then buries. I think Liverpool will have to sign another striker, maybe like a Percy striker, but Philippe Coutinho will be a mainstay in Liverpool midfield. He's not played Champions League football yet, and I would love to see how that will take a toll on a player like Philippe Coutinho, who will be of huge importance for Liverpool, clearly in the weekend matches being played in the EPL, but he will be a big influence for Liverpool this season for sure.
Alright guys, time for you to actually call into the show and also have your say. Tell us what you do think of United's pre-season, as well as what you think they're going to actually do going into the new season. And then Felipe Coutinho, Brendan Rodgers says he's one player he wants to keep and make him prolong his contract beyond 2016 at Liverpool. How much of an impact can he have with Luis Suarez having departed Anfield earlier in the summer? Call us up on these numbers now.
Call us on 0127770.